Hi folks, we hope everyone is doing great and are in fine spirits. This week we have a very interesting and a bit complex topic to discuss with all of you. So, let's not keep it secret anymore. The topic for this week's learning tutorial for the video is, learning the basics of a murder mystery. Writing a murder mystery mainly revolves around a solid and a concrete plot, but yes, with the points that we will be discussing in this video surely take your story to the zenith. As writing a murder mystery is a specialized art, let's look upon the common points which most mystery writers usually miss. 1. The antagonist or the murderer's B-story. Very often, mystery writers get so immersed in improvising the plot and character development that they unknowingly neglect the B-story of the antagonist. Here B-story is the version of the story regarding the antagonist which propelled him or her to do the heinous crime of murder. One thing here to note is that a mystery writer must have a clear-cut distinction between a murderer's motive and his passion. This can be understood by a simple example. Let's say Linda is obsessed with her husband Mark. Lately, they suffered a huge setback in their business and Linda feels that her husband might leave her for another woman. So, Linda plans to kill her father and brother to get their inherited wealth. So, in this example, Linda commits a crime as she is passionate about her husband's love, but deep inside she burns in the fire of greed, which can be a hidden motive for this brutality. Try to figure a murderer's passion and motivation, and give that necessary boost to your storyline. 2. Importance of a psychological wound. Only passion and motive won't make your plot moving. Suffer your antagonist, murderer with a deep psychological wound. Example: Professor Moriarty character in Sherlock Holmes series. 3. The concept of red herring. Red herring refers to the clue that has been intentionally left by a murderer just to misguide sleuth. Red herring clues give the murderer an upper hand and they can be used very judiciously. Most of the time it happens like that detective wins the game in traditional mystery stories. But modern day, mysteries want your antagonist as formidable as your detective at work. So, occasionally give your antagonist score a point and make him win. Never forget that a good mystery novel rides on the character of your antagonist, murderer. Let's look at those points that can be a must-have in your detective. 1. Make your detective an exaggerated character. Readers will indeed remember only those characters that have extremeness in them. For example, Mr. Monk is scared of a lot of things like everyone else. But he gets frightened to the extremes. Have you seen a man who gets terrified from milk? This sort of extremeness always magnetizes the readers as they will always remember the most peculiar thing, and that allows them to turn the pages of your mystery novel. 2. Exotic setting. Exotic setting refers to the conditions, atmosphere your detective generally resides in. No reader will remember a detective who lives meagerly on some dollars and running a household and is living a normal life. For instance, Batman has his Batcave, Superman has his Fortress of Solitude, Sherlock Holmes has 221B Baker Street. So, next time when you are describing your detective, you should be more cautious about these settings. In certain cases, some writers also put more focus on the nature of work that particular detective is doing apart from this work. A strange hobby and unusual profession always keep the reader's eyeballs moving. Before winding up, the final advice while plotting your characters is to remain vigilant. Every character has certain traits and tags that distinguish them from others. In another way, it concretes the image of that character in a reader's mind. For example, in Agatha Christie's novels, Hercule Poirot is a fictional Belgian detective. He has a very old-fashioned, exaggerated mustache that he fusses over endlessly. He is fastidious. He dresses in a suit, the cut of which is outdated and old-fashioned. He appears, especially when he wants to, excessively foreign. And he is brilliant. Let's see another detective, Mr. Monk, and he can be described as, the man was scared of, well, nearly everything. Even milk. He was a germaphobe. He had trouble leaving his home unattended. If even the smallest thing was out of place, he obsessed over to the point he became paralyzed. And he was the best detective in the world because he noticed all those little things others didn't. As Mr. Monk always said, it's a gift. And a curse. So, by now you must have understood how each character is different from the other and how their strangeness sets them apart from their contemporaries. So, this is for this week. We invite writers of this genre to pour their comments in the comment section, and don't forget to peek at our website www.itowrite.com. Bye for now and have a healthy weekend ahead.